Hi, I'm Melvin Steeris, the author of Voluntary, Peasants, Inside the Ultimate American Commune, The Farm. Today is the anniversary of the Caravan. Today is the 50th anniversary of the Caravan, for it was on Columbus Day, 1970, that a caravan of outrageous school buses with us inside traveled around the country and accompanied Stephen Gaskin on a speaking tour. To celebrate, I'm going to read an excerpt from Voluntary Peasants from the chapter entitled The Great Round the Country Save the World School Bus Caravan. We begin with an epigraph, a quote from Victor Hugo. There is no greater power than an idea whose time has come. Stephen's fame as an American guru spread far and wide. Recognizing Stephen as an influential force in the vibrant new spiritual revolutionary movement, a group of concerned Christian ministers from around the country came to San Francisco on a mission to understand the love generation, and they invited Stephen to a meeting in an attempt to understand New Age spiritual philosophy, a phenomenon which, to their alarm, was emptying their churches of young people. Stephen charmed the clergymen and made such a good impression on them that several pastors invited him to speak at their churches in Minneapolis, Nashville, D.C., and elsewhere. Stephen gladly accepted and began to line up a nationwide speaking tour to include talks at colleges, universities, and New Age people centers. Just when I thought I had found a home in Monday night class, Stephen announced he was going to recess class to go out on tour. The whole room erupted into, "Can we come? Yes, Stephen, can we come?" Stephen laughed and said he wanted to raise consciousness and dose the country with the high energy of our group head. And any of his students who could manifest a bus, keep it together, and keep up with him could come along on his trip. Stephen quoted Jackie Robinson, "Life is not a spectator sport." He said this was our big chance to jump into action with him and be part of something cool and revolutionary. What a fantastic trip. Stephen said life is like surfing on the front edge of reality, and surf's up. God bless. I love you all a bunch. See you Sunday morning up on the hill in Sutro Park. Margaret said something to Stephen, and then he commanded, hold on. One more thing before you go. I have been asked to announce there is a bus family meeting coming together over in that corner. Folks who want to pool their energy with other folks to manifest a bus for our caravan, meet over there. The air was electric. Stephen had ignited us all with a sense of mission and given direction and purpose to many drifting lives. His most committed students swung into action, selling all worldly possessions, buying, painting, and retrofitting old school buses and delivery vans, finding free carpet scraps and gluing them on interior bus walls and ceilings, installing kitchen stoves and sinks, building beds, shelves, and toilets. Some buses had small wood stoves with stovepipes sticking out windows. Lots of creative engineering, inspired space management, and cool hippie art fused to manifest a fleet of attractive, cozy homes on wheels. Yellow school buses, previous symbols of the establishment, transformed into expressions of freedom and the open road, and that right there was a metaphor for our whole trip. We were magically transforming ourselves from conventional people into free, unconditioned people, naively hoping to take the whole country with us. Humble Bottom was a commune of students of Stevens near Santa Rosa. It was considered Stevens' ashram and became a beehive of hippie energy, working on Stevens' bus and others. Stevens' bus underwent impressive transformation. A welder cut the bus roof open and installed a raised sleeping loft with forward-facing windows. Other Stevens students, all feeling honored to be helping their beloved guru, painted the great lead bus white with a narrow red and blue stripe down each side. Michael's mandala adorned the rear, and in the destination window up front was audaciously displayed the wildly optimistic declaration, "Out to save the world." I visited my parole officer and explained that I was going on the caravan with my spiritual teacher. He handed me a stack of forms with the instruction to send him one a month. October 12th, 1970. Showtime! The big doors of the family dog flew open and a happy mob burst out. Everyone headed for the bus-packed parking lot. Stephen, his four-marriage family and kids, and an excited band of adventurous, dedicated Stephen students, everyone on cloud nine, climbed aboard 25 colorfully painted school buses, vans, trucks, and a Cadillac camper, a vintage black Cadillac with its roof replaced by a welded-on camper. Sizzling high energy charged the scene as hundreds of cheering, hugging, waving, kiss-blowing classmates gave the caravan a merry send-off. Vintage bus engines roared to life. Bright headlights illuminated people, buses, and swirls of sand. Stephen's impressive-looking bus began to move slowly out of the parking lot and onto the street to take the lead. Then all the buses and vans moved slowly, leaving the parking lot one by one, forming a single-file motley fleet rolling along the great highway. The line crawled slowly up the hill, taking shape, growing and moving together for the first time, an amazing motorized hippie creation springing into existence, an idea coming to life, a fantastic rainbow-colored mechanical serpent snaking its way up the long hill past Sutro Park and Seal Rock, a bold convoy carrying more than 100 high-minded, idealistic, peaceful revolutionaries, furry freak flags flying. It was Columbus Day, so the San Francisco Chronicle's headline was, "Out to Discover America." I'm skipping ahead to where the caravan, a few days into the trip after leaving, stopped for a rest at Yellowstone. And this is where we pick up a few days into the caravan up in Yellowstone. Fantastic location. Caravan meeting. Word spread around camp. Stephen called an impromptu full caravan meeting. Feeling a sense of importance in the air as well as suspense as to what Stephen would say, we all gathered around him. He lit up several fat joints, toked, and then passed them into the crowd. We all toked. Stephen took a deep toke, sputtered, coughed, and laughed. We all laughed. Then, with everyone feeling good, Stephen spoke, and we all listened up as he assumed a bully pulpit to proclaim how things were going to be on his caravan. Stephen declared the caravan was his monastery on wheels, and he was the abbot, the Roshi. Stephen then laid down a kind of code of conduct for spiritual hippies. Stephen declared we were not out here to be confrontational, up-in-your-face hippies, nor did he want us to be slack-jawed, spaced-out hippies. He said, we are pacifist, good vibes, non-threatening, courteous, kind, helpful, friendly, good scout hippies. Mighty Mouse, here to save the day. What we are doing out here is we are dosing the country with our high spiritual San Francisco energy, and I expect each of you to come up with 100,000 megawatts of good vibes energy. Here's another thing. As we drive across the country, we are going to come across cops. When we do, don't be thinking cops are pigs. Cops are telepathic. If you think pig, you get pig. But if you think of cops as peace officers, you get peace officers. Stephen said he did not want acid or any pill dope on the Caravan. If I have to, he said, I'll stand up for grass and organic psychedelics, but I don't want to have to defend a bunch of miscellaneous pills. Stephen demanded complete commitment. Everyone on the Caravan was expected to drop lifelong boundaries and attachments, sudden school, as they say in Zen, and just melt into the whole, into the Sangha, our budding spiritual community. Of course, personal transformation was a huge daily struggle, involving an experimental, evolving social process of ongoing, purposely hard-on ego, peer therapy, relentlessly delving into and purifying everyone's subconscious and treating having ego like having bad breath. The whole Caravan was hard at, quote, working it out. Sometimes working it out too hard and too often making life uncomfortable. Stephen taught that there is an art to giving constructive feedback in ways that are effective. He quoted Suzuki Roshi's criteria for truth-telling. Suzuki Roshi said, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Is it friendly? Stephen added, having a sense of humor helps. Even normal, everyday conversation changed. We no longer engaged in small talk, no personal history where we went to school, family background, all considered irrelevant, not here and now. Expression of anger was as taboo as eating meat or smoking cigarettes. Stephen was the first person I knew who taught anger management. He called anger astral violence. We soon learned zero anger may be ideal, but in practice is an unrealistic goal. Physical and psychic discomforts aside, for me the Caravan was a dream come true. Fun, challenging adventure with a bunch of cool people. Though often discombobulating, I would not trade the experience for anything. That's it for today. If you'd like more, go to voluntarypeasants.com. Get the book. Peace out.